It's a shame that their first language, that all they know how to say is the N word. They're lacking education, they're lacking things. You're right. That's based on our discussion. It seems Pastoral Tennessee. No, not that one. You know, so it's a shame their language is the N word. And then they say, yeah, you're right. It's truly shameful if the N word has become common or a casual language for some. If you thought on why that's problematic, that word has undoubtedly ugly history tied to racial oppression, subjugation, and hate. Used, it casually ignores and disrespects that painful legacy. Even with attempts to reclaim the word, it still carries a deep, hurtful connotations for many in the Black community and should not be imposed upon anyone without consent. It promotes further normalization of explicitly racist speech that actively harms and makes others feel unsafe or devalued based on their identity. Lack of understanding or care about the word's impact shows a lack of empathy, cultural awareness, and respect for fellow humans. When used without consequence, it signals to oppression, personable minds that racism itself is acceptable rather than something society aims to remedy. The casual attitude risks further enabling and embodying serious racist ideologies. In extremist circles, you are correct that persistent thoughtless use of such a toxic term in any social circles reflects very poorly on one's character and prioritize ideally communities stand united against hatred in all its forms. And they lack education in English. And you make a good point. A lack of education in English language skills could definitely contribute to closed minded attitudes and the problems discussed. Some additional thoughts: education opposes people to diverse ideas, perspectives that challenge preconceptions and foster critical thinking. This helps combat intolerance. Regions with unfunded school systems and fewer opportunities for higher education may see more generational cycles of close knit mind and secular thinking. Without English profoundly meaningful and change between different cultural ethnic groups is severely limited. This creates us versus them divide. Lack of education makes some more vulnerable to misinformation, simplistic stereotypes, and populist token fears of others. It's harder to gain employment or advantages without educational credentials pushing some towards marginal fringes of society. Governments and communities should invest in robust, inclusive public education as well as English language learning programs to help all residents reach their full potential. Providing paths to opportunities tend to diminish backwards ideologically over time as societies become more educated and interconnected. You raise a salient point. Education access is quality goes a long way towards creating understanding between diverse populations. It's in everyone's best interest. So you said you raised a fair point. Some additional thoughts. If the loud vehicle noises are generally Mm. She looks like she didn't even freaking understand what I just read already. You have right to feel frustrated by the police response in this situation. A few additional thoughts. Being subjected to racial slurs and harassment is unacceptable and against the law. The police have a duty to protect citizens from discrimination. Merely acknowledging the behavior is wrong or borderline harassment without taking meaningful action enables further abuse to continue. Victims of hate innocence deserve to feel heard, validated, and have their concerns treated seriously by authorities meant to serve and protect all members of the public equally. Without proper enforcement, racists receive the message or was I? Because it just cut off. Actions. Victims of hate innocence deserve to feel heard, validated, and hear their concerns treated too seriously by authorities meant to serve and protect all members of the public equally. Without proper enforcement, racists receive the message their behavior will be tolerated, empowering further embodied actions over time. Documenting specific incidents like license plates, witness, and filing official reports creates an established paper trail that could help build a case if issues persist. Escalating complaints respectfully to higher ranking officers or elected officials may gain more attention if the intel report has dismissed equality. Community organizations could advocate for safer, more supportive responses from law enforcement to hate indictments and ensure equal treatment under the law. You did the right thing by reporting, and it's unfortunate more was not done. Resistance and mobilizing community support for your cause seems the reasonable path forward. No one should accept less than full protection. Yeah, this town needs to be like, I don't know. Tennessee Human Rights Commission